He asked for an hour of alone time, but his secret melted my heart. When my husband told me he wanted an hour to himself every night after our baby went to sleep, I thought something was wrong. I thought maybe he was tired of me or needed space from our new chaotic life as parents. But the truth was so much sweeter than I ever could have imagined. We had our first baby in June, our son, the little light of our world. Everyone warned us that the sleepless nights would break us, that we'd barely have time to breathe, and honestly, they were right. Between midnight feedings, diaper explosions, and trying to remember when I last washed my hair, life became a blur of baby cries and caffeine. My husband Daniel has been incredible through it all, patient, gentle, and always ready to jump up when the baby monitor crackled. A few weeks ago, his aunt visited and brought a handmade knitted blanket for the baby. Thick, soft, creamy yarn, the kind that makes you want to bury your face in it. I was obsessed from the second I touched it. I kept joking that I was jealous of our own child for having it. I want one exactly like this, I told Dan. I'm literally jealous of a 6-month-old right now. He'd laugh and say, "It's the baby's, not yours," teasing me every time he caught me sneaking it onto my lap during nap time. Then last Saturday, he said he needed to run some errands. No big deal, until I asked where he was going. He got weirdly vague, mumbling something about just stuff and rushing out the door. Later that day, while putting laundry away, I found a small plastic bag tucked behind his sweaters. It was from the local craft store. Daniel doesn't craft, ever. My curiosity started buzzing. That evening, after the baby was asleep, Daniel sat me down. His face was serious. My heart skipped. For a second, I thought maybe something was wrong. But then he said, "I've been thinking I'd really like an hour of alone time every night. After the baby goes down." "Alone time?" I repeated. He nodded. "Just an hour. I won't leave the house or anything, but I need you to not disturb me unless it's an emergency. You can text or call, but otherwise, I just need that time." At first, I felt hurt, like maybe he needed a break from us. But then I realized how exhausted we both were. If an hour of quiet helped him decompress, fine. He deserved it. I told him okay. So that night, he disappeared into the guest room right after bedtime. I sat on the couch alone, scrolling my phone, trying not to feel weird. He came out exactly 1 hour later, kissed my forehead, and went to bed. The next night was the same, and the next, like clockwork. But curiosity started to eat at me. What was he doing in there every night? Gaming? Watching shows without me? Meditation? He's not exactly a yoga type. Then last night, I found out. It was 8:30, and the baby started fussing. I pulled up the baby monitor app to check. Our camera has a wide-angle view. You can see the crib, the rocking chair, and the corner by the closet. And there he was, my husband, sitting cross-legged on the floor, surrounded by balls of thick, cream-colored yarn. I squinted. What on earth? Then I turned the volume up. "Okay," I heard him mutter. "So you loop it over your finger like this, then pull it through?" He was watching a YouTube tutorial. A cheerful woman on the screen was teaching finger knitting. I clapped a hand over my mouth. My husband, this strong, practical, I don't have a crafty bone in my body man, was sitting in the baby's room, tongue between his teeth, trying to knit. For me, every few minutes he'd frown, unravel a section, sigh, and start again. At one point, he muttered under his breath, "How do people do this so fast?" and shook his head in disbelief. The yarn kept tangling around his fingers. He'd pause the video, rewind, and try again, over and over. That's when it hit me. He'd gone to the craft store that day to buy supplies. He'd asked for alone time so he could learn in secret, all because I'd offhandedly said I wanted a blanket like our son's. I just sat there staring at the monitor, completely overwhelmed. This man, running on 4 hours of sleep, spending his only quiet hour of the day, not gaming, not zoning out, not escaping, but knitting me a surprise gift. This morning, after he left for work, I snuck into the nursery. Behind the rocking chair was the blanket, half finished. It's lumpy, uneven, and completely perfect. He's already added several inches since he started. I could see his progress. The newer stitches tighter, neater. And last night, before turning off the monitor, I caught him looking at what he'd finished so far. He smiled softly to himself and whispered, "He's going to love this." And the thing is, I already do.